everybody, it's Christina here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome just in case you're new. And if that is the case, it is very nice to meet you, and you are welcome to stay on my latest face on the internet for just as long as you want, and I hope that is quite long. So in other words, I hope you like this video enough to subscribe to my channel. In exactly a week from now, almost all the universities in the UK are going to have their deadline for you to send their application if you want to apply for September 2018 entry. If you don't know how you do an application to a UK university, I'm going to link a video up here from when I explained it like a year and a half ago. One of the main parts of your application is the personal statement. So today I thought I would bring you 5 tips on 5 things you need to check you have in your personal statement, like 5 tips that you need to know your followers. Like you listen to this video and in your mind you have to go, yep, check, 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 because I like the main things that you should do not to fail your personal statement. I want to say I wish I had found a video like this when I was applying to uni, because with what I know now, I would have done a personal statement that was 100 times better, and maybe would have gotten in other universities that were not just Aberdeen Uni. So as tip number 1, I have do not leave it to the last minute. That I think is pretty obvious, but at the same time it's not pretty obvious, because I'm one of those people who believe that diamonds are made under pressure. Truly, you should not leave it to the last minute. Do not leave things to the last minute, kids. Do not do it. I learned from my mistakes. Don't do it. If you write it 2 weeks before the deadline, I think that should be fine, and then you leave yourself other 2 weeks to read it and redraft it. But that is if you're not going to school and study for school at the same time, because if you are, then it should give you at least 1 or 2 months. Tip number 2 is focus a lot on your introduction. The introduction is the first thing that they read from you. So if you write, all my life, I've always wanted to be a nurse, no one is going to believe you. If you write, all my life, I've always wanted to be a journalist, they're gonna be like, pass. Because no one is going to believe you. No one is going to believe that when you were born, you were 3 months old, you wanted to be a journalist. You get what I mean? Because I know that metaphorically that's not what it means, but remember that your personal statement is a piece of academia. It's academic. It has to be an academic piece. So if you write it like that, it is like that. When you're doing academic writing, you write things as they are. There's not, metaphorically speaking, that's it's there, black on white. So you need to remember that. You need to remember that you need to do bold statements. Start your personal statement with a killer entry that is the bold statement of why you want to study that subject. And you can start with a quote that describes you, or that it's relevant to your subject and to what you want to do. You could start with yes, just a bold statement on something that has made you believe that that is your thing, that is what you want to do, and yes, make it bold, black on white, and I'm getting too excited about this. Tip number 3 is ask 2 people who have recently gotten into uni to proofread it. So if you ask your mom to proofread your personal statement, she will not know what that university wants. A lot of people, actually just a few people, not a lot of people, don't brag, Christina, don't brag, have asked me to proofread their personal statement. There are people that are, some of them are applying to Aberdeen Uni, and they're like, can you proofread my personal statement? I know you got in, so proofread it. So I'm the first one that's ask. If you need someone to proofread your personal statement, ask people that you know that are already in uni, because they know the things. Like, they are in there, so they know how it works. They got in, so they must have done something right. Tip number 4 is do not be afraid of ripping it apart. So I've already said before that you have to like leave yourself time to proofread it, and proofread it like a billion times and rewrite it. My film teacher says that if you're making mistakes, then you're doing it right. If you're failing, then you're doing it right, because it means that you're just human. You are making mistakes, you're failing, but then you're learning from your mistakes, and then the next time you're not going to make the same mistakes. So this is kind of what you do with the drafts in your personal statement. You read it once, and then you read it, and then you like, oh, I've read it again, and then again, and then it's going to get like, not perfect, but I mean almost perfect. Remember that when you're reading your first draft, you might hate it. So you might be like, right, I'm gonna kill this and I'm gonna rewrite something else. Which again, you're doing it right. If you're failing, you're doing it right. Also, if you ask someone for help and those people are like, oh, this is no. And you're like, but I wrote it, it's like my baby, I don't wanna, but they're like, yeah, but I got into uni. So you wanna get into uni? Listen to what I'm saying, especially if you're a 4. So tip number 5 is be yourself. So I know I said have people proofread it and take their comments and like fix it, don't be afraid of ripping it apart and all of that, but still remember you have to be yourself. So for example, if you're going online and you put all the words you want to write, you look for the synonym and you put the fanciest word you can find, that is not you. The personal statement should scream your name, should scream your personality. So if you talk in a certain way, you should write it in a certain way. Also, especially if you're applying to uni or a course that requires an interview, because if they give you an interview, then you go in and you talk like completely differently from how you've written it, you're not gonna get into uni. So that was it for today's video. These are all the tips that I could gather, and are like last minute things that you could do, and like you could go and check and read over your personal statement for like the last 2 times and then like send it. And good luck to everyone who's applying to uni this year. Good luck to everyone who's looking forward to applying to uni next year and is already thinking about personal statement. You're doing it right. Good luck to everyone who has exams now this year's can't speak. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, please give it a big old thumbs up. And if you know someone who is struggling with your personal statement, or who is writing a personal statement and has to send a personal statement, and you've seen this video and you think it's helpful, please send it to them. Because again, I wish I had seen a video such as this one before I sent my personal statement. Like, honestly, I do. So please send it to them. Please look online, look all the tips you can find about personal statements. You can find a lot of personal statements online. Read them. They'll give you an idea. Don't just go there and like write, boom, send. Like, think about it a lot and get all the help that you can get, because this like determines whether you get into the uni you want to get in or not. So please do it. I wanted to get into Edinburgh. I got into Aberdeen. I'm happy in Aberdeen, but I mean, I wish I had followed my tips when I was writing my personal statement. But again, you learn from your mistakes, don't you? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye! That was